Okay, so welcome to the second meeting that is part of a series of presentations of Permaculture Centers for Visegrad and Beyond Permaculture Network. I'm happy to introduce Anastasiya Volkova, the head of non-government organization Permaculture in Ukraine, the owner of Permaculture Center, Zeleni Kruchi. Our Ukrainian participants know Nastya as probably the most active and inspired person who strives for the spread of permaculture, both in the organizational level in terms of strategic vision and at the practical level, ensuring the food security of her family. And our Visegrad region friends should remember Anastasiya from Jan Wolfenland autumn tour to Slovakia and Hungary. And they know Anastasiya as very talented facilitator and a wise person who always finds a solution. So I want to just start this meeting. Anastasiya, welcome.
Oh, Irina, thank you for such beautiful presentation. So, hello everybody. Yeah, my name is Anastasiya and I'm really head of Permaculture Association of Ukraine. And also, me and my husband, we live in the ecovillage Zeleni Kruchi. In Ukrainian, it means green hills. Now I will share my screen to show you my presentation. Irina, can you see it now?
Yes, it's okay.
Great. So we can start. I don't know how to hide this, but I think that it's okay. So Zeleni Kruchi, it means green hills. And our family, my husband and I, we bought a plot of land there 8 years ago because I wanted to grow my own food, but I will tell about it later. We're situated somewhere in the middle of Ukraine. You can find this map on the website of our Permaculture Association. This is the network of Ukrainian Permaculture Centers. And Zeleni Kruchi is right in the middle of it. It's Kiev region, it's 140 kilometers from the capital, so 2 hours by car. We have beautiful landscapes. You can see some examples of it. We have a big lake just close to us, beautiful fields, forests with animals. Maybe the only disadvantage of our land that we have too many conventional fields not far from our place. But for the rest, we have clean air and really beautiful landscapes. Our ecovillage was founded 8 years ago. Now we have 8 families. And we like to do a lot of things together, to celebrate birthdays, other events. You can see pictures of our community. We have a lot of children in our eco-village. And as for the Permaculture Center, 3 years ago, we rented 4 hectares of land. It's the common land of our community. And we were discussing what to do with it. Of course, it was clear that we were going to plant trees and grow some crops there, but what else? And at that time, I studied already permaculture. I was fond of it. And we had in our association the idea to create a network of permaculture centers. So I proposed to my neighbors, why not a permaculture center? So they agreed. They were not against it. And that's how it started. But of course, it's my personal story, first of all, because as I said already, one day I decided to grow food, my own food, but I knew nothing about it, completely nothing, because I grew up in a big city. But I wanted to learn. I started learning and organic agriculture, permaculture, biodynamics. That's how I fell in love with permaculture. I did the permaculture design course. And of course, I understood that it will be my life. You can see photos of my personal land. We have 1 hectare of land. We have this small cob house that we built from scratch. I hope that one day we will have a bigger one, but presently we live there. And this is my garden and some of my crops. And now the Permaculture Center Zeleni Kruchi, I would say that it consists of my personal land and 4 hectares of land, which is just close to my land. So my garden, it's like zone 0, and then we have zone 1, 2, and etc., as we name it in permaculture. So I was fond of permaculture, but not my neighbors didn't know exactly what it was. So I organized introduction to permaculture course for 1 weekend. I invited 2 teachers for my community, just for them to understand what it is. And this course went very well. So we just decided to repeat it for other people, invite others, and that's how it started, our training activity. The same year, we organized a course on water resources. You can see it on the second photo. And also it went well, so we repeated it for other people. So first we trained on our small community and then for bigger audience. I would like to show you a small video of 1 minute just to show how it goes. This is the video of our first training. I will skip it. This is our community, my neighbors. You can see that everything is very simple, but nevertheless, the main thing is people and information. We always try to do our courses very practical so that people have possibility to do something with their hands, with different tools, to plant something, to dig. And we are glad when children participate in these activities. And it's very important always to make photos and videos if you want to promote something. So I did these small videos during the first course, and I used it to create promoting videos for the second one, and so on. We will go back to our presentation. So in 2 years, we had already 7 seminars for more than 130 participants. All of them were successful. One of them was even in biodynamics. I invited a biodynamic farmer from Belgium. And as for infrastructure, as you saw it already in the video, presently it's very simple. My neighbor has a big house, bigger than mine, and we organize classes when we need the projector inside her house in a big room. But when we don't need the projector and the weather is good, we stay outside. For this, we put this big tent. It's my husband who has to put it every time. But of course, it's not very practical thing to put it every time, to organize everything. So I dream, and I hope that my dream will come true this year. We are going to build a building for our events, and with this, of course, everything will be much easier. Fortunately, just close to us, to our place, we have a so-called green hotel. It's a hotel in traditional Ukrainian style. You can see this beautiful old cob building with a stove inside, and they make very good cuisine. So when we run courses, our participants live and eat there, and they come to our place, which is only 3-5 minutes by walk in beautiful landscapes, where they have classes. So, and it's a good cooperation between different families. Of course, participants pay for these courses, but I can't say that it's a big money. We always try to make the price affordable for everybody. But what additional profits you get when you organize courses like this? As we do practical things, there's always something left useful for you. Rather often we make different types of beds. Once we did chicken tractor, and these are the things. So with the students, you can do something that you need on your place. But of course, you need to be a professional. You need to explain why we do it, how we do it. So it should be a teaching moment. And another profit, one of the families of our ecovillage sells different products, vegetables, chufa, for instance. It is also called earth almond. They make oils and very good tofu from their own soya. And our courses, it's an opportunity for them to sell these products directly to the participants, and later they also become their clients. So this is also an example of cooperation between different families of our community. So these were courses. It's one of the activities of our Permaculture Center. But what else? For 3 years already, every spring and autumn, we organize planting of trees with volunteers. Mainly they come from Kiev, sometimes from other big cities, for 2, sometimes even for 3 days. They come, we plant trees together, we eat together, we communicate, and we spend good time. And like this, we planted really a lot of trees and bushes and other plants on our big common land. And I would say that these people are also happy to come, and for them it's like a small holiday. For us it's a help, and it's communication for everybody. Also, we grow some food on our common land of the Permaculture Center. We have only 0.22 hectares of like a small field, but however, 2 years ago we grew buckwheat there. Last year we grew flax seeds for oil, and we distribute this crop among the families of our community. And last year, for the first time, we hosted international foreign volunteers. It was new experience for us, and very, very good experience. I liked it a lot. I would say that in Ukraine, we don't have this tradition of volunteering as in Western European countries. Really, well, okay, people are more or less used today to come and plant trees, but not to come as volunteers for another types of work. But we want to promote it, and each volunteer like this, for us it's an experience how to work with volunteers, and also for others that it's possible, and it's a good thing. It's a good way to spend your time, your free time, and to help somebody. So these guys, there was a French guy, Italian guy, one German student, and even one man from Chile. They found us just in the internet. They wrote to me, they asked to come. I said, okay, let's try. And it went really, really well. All of them became our friends. They helped us really, and we spent good time, and I hope that we will continue this experience. So how people find us and how we promote our courses and other events. First of all, in Facebook, we have our Facebook page and Instagram page, and we have website in 3 languages, Ukrainian, Russian, and English. And it's important to be active in social networks if you want to be popular. Really, every month, so twice, 3 times a month, you have to post something to write to show the life of your place, of your community, your news. So like this, people get used to you, and they are happy to come. And also, our ecovillage is part of Gen Europe and also of Gen Ukraine. We are present on 2 maps. And that's how, for instance, those foreign volunteers found us. They found our place on Gen Europe map, and they are our contacts. And that's why we pay the fee to Gen Europe to be present there, to be part of it. And also, I would like to show some examples of what permaculture principles or things you can find in our place. So what can you learn? This is, for instance, my own garden. I have different kinds of beds. Also warm rhizome beds. In Ukraine, we have a special technology. It is called warm rhizome beds. Rhizome, it's a personal name of the person who invented it. I didn't see this technology in other countries, though I travel a lot. So it's really our know-how. And this technology works rather well for our climate. So I use it also, and we also always explain how it works, how you can make these kind of beds at our seminars and our workshops. So you can see that I grow a lot of different things. Everything is mixed with flowers, and like a normal permaculture garden. I also grow a lot of what I call permaculture small plants, other perennial greens, other plants that you can seed only once, and then it will always grow in your garden. For instance, this plant, it is called borage, I think, in English, and it is very good for salads. And I seeded it only once, and now I have it everywhere in my garden during the whole season, and I'm really fond of it. I collect rainwater from our small house and use it for watering my plants. I grow a lot of different medicinal plants, aromatic plants. They're all perennials. I use it for herbal teas to attract bees and other good insects into my garden. And also they're beautiful. I grow asparagus. This is the only perennial vegetable, unfortunately, in our cold climate, but asparagus grows very well, and I promote it. I advise everybody to grow it because it's a great thing that it's a perennial vegetable, and it's so tasty and exotic, and it costs so expensive in the supermarkets when you can grow it without problems. Of course, I have different kinds of houses for insects and for birds to attract them into my garden. And also I have a small lake for gray water from the house for cleaning it. And also we did it last year with the students at a training just in one weekend, and it was a great help. They learned, and I had my lake. And on the common land, this is photo of our common land, we create so-called lazy beds. 3 years ago, it was filled with full of weeds. We seeded lucerne, which is a green manure. only by scratching the soil, so without plowing it. And it grew very well. And now we just cut it and put it in rows like mulch. And under this mulch, Luzerne doesn't grow anymore. And like this, we created very good beds in a very easy way. And already last autumn, we planted a lot of bushes for berries there. So what are our plans for this year? We have very big plans, because this year we will host permaculture design course, as every year already, one of the modules, because in Ukraine we organized a practical part of PDC in 3 modules in different permaculture centers, so that the students can see different places and learn a lot. So we will host one of the modules of it. We will have teacher training for our PDC holders, and ecovillage design education, EDE. It's a 1-month education organized by Gen Ukraine, and it's a big honor for us to host it, because it's a very important education with international and Ukrainian teachers. And I would like to say some words about teacher training, because it will be in English. We will have as teacher Candela Vargas from Spain. Rather often she does trainings together with Alfred Decker. So she's a known teacher, and she will come to Ukraine in June. And as it will be in English, translated into Ukrainian, and we have some more places left. If you are interested to come to such a course, please contact me. As we have a sponsor for this course, the price is really low as for traditional teacher training in Ukraine. It's 260 euros. So it may be an opportunity for you to go to this training if you are a PDC holder. If already you did the permaculture design course, we have possibility to invite several students, English-speaking students. So please contact me if you are interested in it. So these are my contacts. Email, Facebook page, Instagram page, our website, Zeleni Kruchi of our Ecovillage and Permaculture Center, and also the website of our Permaculture Association, Permaculture in Ukraine. In 2 weeks, it will be translated into English, and you will find information about our network and about all our courses and all our events there. So it was all. If you have questions, I can answer it.
Thank you, Anastasiya. It was a great presentation. Wow, so many interesting photos. It seems like summer again.
Yeah, yeah.
So if someone wants to ask questions, you can raise your hands and ask directly. I can see. I see nothing, and I see nothing at our chat.
But I hope that people who will see this presentation recorded, that it will be useful or at least interesting for you. Please come to Ukraine. You are welcome. We are happy to see you, to have new friends, and to share what we know.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a good evening for everyone. Thank you, Nastya.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.